Welcome everyone, Joe with ECRM here at our food service session in Chicago, and with me is Katherine Thompson from Connections, which is a food service marketing agency. She gave a great presentation yesterday on trends and opportunities in the food service segment, and we're gonna talk about a couple of them today. So thanks for joining us. And the first topic that I wanted to talk to you about is the labor shortage and how that's impacting the food service industry and how it can be addressed through either technology and specifically some product choices. So can you start with an overview of what's happening with the labor shortage and supply chain challenges?
Yeah, absolutely. So, we do see our workforce is recovering across other categories, but food service is still being challenged. And I think we see that in, COVID kind of shined the light on our industry in a way that really forces us to make some changes, right? So, you put food service workers on the front lines and you started to wonder why that they were being treated in a way that they were. And I think it's great that we're starting to pay attention. So one of the ways of solving that would be, as we pick up convenience products or speed scratch products, you're helping alleviate some of those labor challenges. Your workforce also could be young, which also requires some training and education. And because of turnover, you're often wondering why you're spending a lot of that resource doing a lot of that education and training if you feel like they might be leaving soon or might not stick around for the full effect of the job. But another way to do some alleviating would be looking into cobotics and how that could help your operation. You have an opportunity to work alongside some cobots and have them support easy prep steps or running products to tables or bussing tables. You're not taking it away from human labor, but you're also supporting some of those pain points when you can do more with less.
Cool. So let's dig into each of those a little bit. Like when you were talking about addressing it through food products that they buy. So you're talking about, can you give some examples, like products that require less step and prep or things like that? What are some examples of them?
Absolutely. So I think ambient products that are shelf stable are really important to operators. Things that don't require a lot of storage, or even when you think of green footprints and shipping, frozen products or refrigerated. A lot of times convenience or speed scratch products could be a +1. So you're still having an implication on your final dish as a chef and on your menu. So you're able to take something that helps you get part of the way, actually a lot of the way, and you're just adding your final touch. And I think as a chef and us as a creative industry, we take pride in our final menu, but having those quality products that help us get there faster, especially when we're doing more with less on the labor side. And when you're seeing some of those supply chain shortages as they still continue to happen to our industry, we're creative and we know how to pivot. And one of the easiest ways to do that is taking a base, plussing it up, and then putting your own spin on it.
I think that's a great example, especially you have for the commercial food service where they take pride in their signature items and everything. So they want to have at least some component that's theirs. But if the whole thing is theirs every step of the way, that's a lot of work. You have all this turnover and the shortage themselves. I see that at the restaurants by me in New York. They're always looking for good people, but anything that can save them those steps and still make the items their own is a big help. Now, when it comes to the cobotics, there were a couple examples you gave. I think one was Chipotle. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. There's some really great innovation happening in our commercial restaurant space, especially at Chipotle. They've had Chippy, the robot helps fry some of their tortilla chips. Again, it's a repetitive process, an important one, and they're known for their chips. So it's something that's replicatable in the cobot universe, and they're able to do it well. They also had their avocado bot that helped do some of the prep for fresh avocados, which, fresh is best when you're using avocados for the guacamole, and it's not something they'll be able to change because the consumers and that come to Chipotle, they pay extra for that guac, and it's really important that it tastes that same way, an awesome way. But again, be able to help core prep and pit out your avocados is, again, a repetitive step that you don't have to take away all human labor. You can really give our cobot some easy, repetitive work to do that helps out with a entire operation, and then it's finished by a human, and their perfect touch is put on that final guacamole. They also, I believe, are working on a new cobot system to help them build bowls. Again, another process that is formulaic, and they're able to support on the line while humans are also supporting, making sure those final touches or customization steps have been met by, their requirements.
So it's kind of similar to the products that require less steps. Well, now you're inserting technology that requires less steps, but still lets them have their final touches. But it just takes the busy work away so that they can work on more value-added things.
Yes, and I think it's, when you have a face and the human interaction is key, that it's usually that final piece and the check off and the handover. So I think it's a really helpful technology.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, to wrap up, tell everybody a little bit about Connections.
Yeah, absolutely. So Connections is a food service marketing agency. We have 2 offices, one in Springfield, Missouri, and one in Chicago here in Illinois. We are one of the largest food service marketing agencies, biggest buyers of food service media. We have a team of 16 full service chefs on staff. We do everything from recipe development to product testing to photo shoots, video shoots, trend tours. We've done global trend tours. We do, of course, Marcom and sales tools. We do culinary presentations and really help put a manufacturer's product on a menu. And we also support operators directly with their menu and innovation.
Sounds like a one-stop shop.
Amazing job, yeah. I'm very lucky.
Well, thank you for your presentation, and thank you for this information.
Awesome. Thank you.